Trigger warning. Even though we're covering the two oldest icons of sci-fi of all time, the following video contains language and imagery that would be considered offensive to the easily triggered and offended. Viewer discretion is highly advised. This video is brought to you by absolutely nothing.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
After all, you ain't gonna watch this video, but if you do, like, comment, and subscribe.
And if you really like what you see here, support us on Patreon.
Tis I, your fearless leader, and it's time for a comic book review. Double feature, I might add. Maybe even triple, who knows. First, we're going to talk about Howard Chaykin's take on the OG Buck Rogers. But before anything, I recently watched a video by Austin McConnell.
At the start of every year, works of literature, music, comics, film, and more shed their copyright protections and enter the public domain where they belong to everyone.
Buck Rogers is public domain now, so I can say whatever I want.
Come on!
I think Buck Rogers, I think of the 1970s show, the one that came out in 1979, showrunner Glenn A. Larson, and it's, in fact, I previously did a video about Battlestar Galactica, and I had a video with Buck Rogers, and it's good. I mean, Buck Rogers makes fucking Han Solo and fucking Starbuck, OG Starbuck, look like virgins. He just totally like, ladies man and shit. But in space, and it was very 70s, very cringe, but awesome. That's not really what the OG Buck Rogers from 1928 was. It's, at the end of the day, a post-apocalyptic future, and there's no space opera or nothing. There's no space. It's just jetpacks and high technology, but that's basically it. And Howard Chaykin's take, which if you're not familiar with him, he's the guy who did American Flag, and I also did a review on that too, if you can check that out. It's a two-parter. Yeah, this is what we call a bad combination.
Howard Chaykin's tale of the new Buck Rogers, Grievous Angels, and reintroduces one of science fiction's most iconic characters. Before Star Wars and Star Trek, Buck Rogers captivated audiences around the world and made science fiction a national obsession. Now, over 100 years after the creation of the newspaper strip that became a household word, Chaykin has returned the character and his universe back to basics. Buck Rogers, former World War I ace, is accidentally suspended in time only to awaken to a new and different Earth, 500 years into the future, fragmented by war and the Chinese. Now Buck, along with Colonel Wilbur Deering, begin a new flight to free the United States. Includes all of Buck Rogers' most famous characters: Wilbur Deering, Ardala, Killer Kenny, Dr. Hugh, and Black Barney, together with a host of new characters created for this incredible new Buck Rogers adventure.
The artwork's great, the writing's modern, but there's so much stuff I didn't even know about Buck Rogers. I mean, I knew it was a post-apocalyptic thing, and it was written in the 20s and based on the comic book serial, but it's fucking racist. At the end of the day, the main villains are the Chinese.
I mean, come on!
I'm not one to claim racist or claim anything. I mean, come on, I'm politically gray. I'm not gonna be a virtue signaling person and say, oh, that's racist, when really things ain't racist, you're just a bunch of little whiny bitches. But yeah, this Buck Rogers series is fucking racist. I mean, every other word is a slur for Chinese people. I was waiting for the N-word to the other rival faction, Black Barney. And yeah, there you go, Black Barney. I mean, I get it. Buck Rogers was really written in the 20s, so that's basically Howard Chaykin's little mind frame. But seriously, it's like, it's bad. Like, even I was getting offended, and I don't get offended easily. I ain't a little bitch. Kind of like what Hollywood's trying to do to Zachary Levi because he voted for Trump. And the way I look at it is I didn't vote. I honestly didn't vote. And the reason why I didn't vote is because they both suck. I mean, Trump sucks, yes. Harris is any better? I mean, he's a DEI hire, and it's so obvious. I mean, people want to say how white people are the only racist people. No. Asians are just as racist as white people.
Shut up and get to the point!
Feral historians said it best.
Buck Rogers is, at its roots, a post-apocalyptic dystopia. But by the time Buck Rogers in the 25th century is on the air, the story is post-apocalyptic in the same way that Star Trek is. Yes, a nuclear war ruined everything and killed most folks, but it was a long time ago and we're better now. To illustrate this shift, we have the character of Wilbur Deering. We progress from the forest-dwelling freedom fighter of the original story through the sidekick of the serials, ending with a character that starts as a strangely naive fighter pilot and ends up in this stewardess outfit.
can see that in this one. Every other word in this book is geek. There's a rival faction too, led by Black Barney. Yeah, Black Barney. So the Americans are just basically white people? It's Howard CHAYKIN, man. That guy's an extremist, polarized. Anyway, I like American Flag. Never read his other stuff. I heard his take on the Shadow is pretty fucked up. But, it's a pass. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. It's a race war in the future. And that's my take. Now for my other one, but before we get to anything, now to our new sponsor. Oh wait, we don't have no sponsor because this channel's not big enough or good enough. We're not clickbaiting bitches. We don't bend the knee to either side. We're true anarchists, not anarcho-punk commies, not alt-right fucking douchebags. No, we're the real fucking deal. No thanks to you. And speaking of old school sci-fi, Zeitgeist, a classic of science fiction, is reborn, inspired by Alex Raymond's legendary tales of invasion, action, and romance on the distant planet Mongo.
Whoever they are, it's clear they are highly developed.
Under the artistic supervision of renowned artist Alex Ross, Zeitgeist returns Flash Gordon to his two-fisted, grilled-packed roots.
I like to play with things a while.
The year is 1934. There's attacked by a powerful alien invasion led by the sinister, all-seeing Ming the Merciless. And this time, he does not fight alone. Allied with the sinister spymaster Klytus, his exotic and treacherous daughter, Princess Aura, and Adolf Hitler. What? 3 valiant humans. Iconic hero Flash Gordon, the tough, determined Dale Arden, and the brilliant scientist Hans Zarkov are plucked from our world and rocketed into another universe of fearsome creatures, noble and savage alien species, ancient science, and titanic threats.
The poor wretches are just waiting for someone to lead them in revolt.
Which is a retelling of the OG Flash Gordon, but Ming the Merciless has teamed up with Hitler.
No way. Yes way.
Yes, this also takes place roughly around that same era.
Really?
Basically, just you watch the 1979 animated series by Filmation, but they added Nazis. That's it. Ming the Merciless is doing his evil deed, and he sends Klytus to Earth to team up with Hitler. Same fucking story beats. First person he teams up with is Thune, the fucking Lion Man. Then Prince Baron. And Zarkov is getting his brain fucked with by like the mind thing, and then it ends up making him be the smartest man in the universe. Basically Rick Sanchez, but Russian. Wow. Ming's trying to marry Dale. Volta and the Hawkmen team up too, and he also teamed up with the Sharkmen. And yeah, the only thing I think was really cool about it is I love the artwork, and I love the little shout out cameo of Mandrake the Magician. So instead of giving you a whole review and deep dive of it, let's just have the bastard prophecy end this for us. Take it away, Maze.
It was written in ancient scripture, telling us about the one. He is everything evil you know, all rolled into one. The ancient ones all spoke of him as evil incarnate, slowly waiting for the day for evil to awake. He is a black cloud, he'll try to take you down, you will want to escape. He is atrocious, completely hideous, the one you love to hate. The one you love to hate, the dick you can tolerate. He will discriminate against all who will not think his way. The one you love to hate, Can't wait till he's in his grave. He'll try to intimidate. If you're not strong, he'll get his way. We won't kill. We will stand. We won't break. We are strong. Almost everyone that you know will cower in fear, never knowing who he will target. Let's hope he doesn't appear. He is a black cloud. He'll try to take you down. You will want to escape. He is atrocious, completely hideous, the one you love to hate. The one you love to hate, the dick you can tolerate. He will discriminate against all who will not think his way. The one you love to hate, can't wait till he's in his grave. He'll try to intimidate. If you're not strong, he'll get his way. The one you love to hate. 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 We won't kill. We will stand. We won't break. We are strong.
Isn't that way better than just me just talking about something you already fucking heard a million times?
Well done!
And yes, I'll have more Bastard Prophecy songs and future videos as well.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Honestly, I prefer the Buck Rogers from 1979 and I prefer the Flash Gordon from 1980 because it makes more sense to have Flash Gordon be a football player rather than a polo player. And take Buck Rogers, I like him as an astronaut rather than a World War I pilot. Like, yeah, I get it. Buck Rogers is a post-apocalyptic story. And even though he predates Flash Gordon, they borrowed a lot from Flash Gordon to the point where basically the original TV serials had the same actor, Buster Crabbe. But let's be real here, the best Buck Rogers is that. The best, my preferred Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon. And it's not because I'm nostalgic, it's just aesthetically better. But I'm done with this bullshit. Like, you're not gonna watch this, but if you do like what you see here, comment, like, dislike, share it if you want. I go into more detail, but I'm just trolling you anyway. I mean, after all, you all can suck. Shout out to my patrons. And of course, this is the after credits sequence, and coming soon, I got a few comic reviews on Mongo saying that you can say there was a fire sale at the half off books, and I got some killer deals, like the entire Before Watchmen series. I know, a lot of you nerds want to say how it's not canon and it sucks and blah blah blah, but you're the same people who like the David Lindelof series, and you can suck my balls on that one. So stay tuned on that review. I'll be defending that as well as my thought on the entire Watchmen saga, except for Doomsday Clock. Also, I got a few G.I. Joe graphic novels, G.I. Joe's Cobra starring Chuckles. I've seen a few things on it, but I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it as well. Stay tuned. Later, bitches.